Hey guys, so today working on this candle centerpiece, my tables. So this one is a Christmas one that I did, and I'm gonna do one for Thanksgiving. So I decided to wait until to do a live video with that one to show you what I did. So everything that you see here came from the Dollar Tree, which is the little glass vase, um, uh, one of the small metal rings, and let's set this to the side. Of course, you know I use my zip ties and my ribbon. I found this ribbon and I liked like fall, happy harvest, blessed Thanksgiving, all of that. I decided with this one I'm just going to post some of the colors from this ribbon. So I'll be using like the green, orange, red, a few brown. And I found this one at the Dollar Tree as well. So all of my deco mesh that I'm using today I got from the Dollar Tree. And I found this one and it has a variation of the gold, the orange, and the brown in it. So I'm only using one roll of this. So I have one roll of each color where I'm using this. I have how it looks. And I cut them all to 10 inches long. So I'm using the green, I'm using red, I'm using, and I'm throwing some white in this one. And I also had a few of the plain brown and orange left from another project. So I'm just going to throw those in as well. Okay, so I'll set these to the side. With my ribbon, I cut these a little longer because I want them to hang a little longer than the deco mesh. I also found some colorful tubing. I guess it's tubes. Yeah, it's the mesh tube. I got these from the Dollar Tree as well. And I picked up the red, brown, green, and it's almost like an orange or a gold orange color. I'm going to use these three colors, or these four colors, towards the end. If I decide to, I'm just going to see how that's going to work out. I added some in this one, whereas all I did is cut the tubes and intertwine them with the deco mesh when I attached it to my metal ring. Hey Devonna, I'm doing a centerpiece, a holiday centerpiece. This one is a Christmas one. The one I'm gonna do tonight is a one that we can use for fall or Thanksgiving. The roll method on this one, what I the deco mesh together like so, and then attached it. And what I did is I rolled them, um, the red, blue, the red, green, and white, as I rolled them like this. And I'm just gonna do this for. I rolled the colors like this, and then attached them to the ring. And I put the ribbon in between the different ones that I added the ribbon on, and attached them the same way to my ring. But I think tonight I'm gonna do it a little differently. I don't think I'm gonna do the roll method with this one. With this one, I think I'm gonna do the gather method. So what I'm gonna do, and these are cut to 10 inches. All my deco measures are cut to 10 inches. The ribbon I cut to 11, and then I snipped the ends to I folded it together. And I usually put like 2 together and fold it together like so, and then just cut from corner to corner on both sides. So that way my ends are fairly even, if you can see that. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, and I know I probably have more cut than what I need, but that's okay. I'm just going to do the gather. So I'm going to stretch it out. And I'm just going to gather the ends together. So that's one. And I think with this one, I'm going to do 2. So I'm just going to put it through my fingers like this. And since this one has the yellow, orange, and the brown, I think I'm going to add the red to this one. So I'm going to grab my red and stretch it out as well. Hi, Sharon. Okay. And then I'm just going to crisscross this one. So it's almost like a T. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my zip tie. I'm going to take my zip tie, and then I'm going to lay it across. Make sure it's on the right side. Lay it across the red and the multicolor. And with this one, I'm going to start with the middle ring. I'm going to add everything to this one, to this middle ring. With the Christmas one, I think I did the same thing. I only added to the middle ring just to see how that would look, and then if need be, depending on how full I want it to look, I'll add it to either the outside or the inside ring. So I'm just going to attach the tie and just snip off the excess. And as I said before in all my other videos, I just prefer using the zip ties because it's a little quicker for me than the pipe cleaners. So whichever one you prefer, that's what I would tell you to use. This one, I think I'm going to do the green and the white. And I'm just going to do variations of the colors, so it won't always be the red and the gold mixture together. I'm just going to mix the colors as I see how they look. So I think I want to do some white here. And then I'm going to crisscross it again. And as I said before, the more you add, the fuller it will look. So when you first start off, it looks a little slim, but the more you add, the fuller it looks. So with deco mesh, a little extra really does go a long way. And I'm just going to slide this over. So now I think I'm going to go to the red. And maybe an orange. Put that together as well. I think I'm going to add a ribbon here. So with the ribbon, instead of going this way, I'm going to go horizontal and just gather the ribbon together to pinch it the same way. I'm going to add the ribbon in between the red and the orange. Then my zip tie. So, and like I said before, I'm just randomly choosing colors together. So there's no particular order that I'm doing the colors in. So it's pretty much just whichever color I grab. That's the two colors I'm going to put together. And again, all I'm doing is using my fingers to gather them. Using your crisscross pattern to attach them together. So it kind of makes it look like a bow pattern. These colors you can also find at Michael's. What I found out at the Dollar Tree is certain colors are only seasonal. So if you don't get them when they first come out, by the time this time of year comes around, most of these colors are not available. So what I also did is I vary how I attach it. One, I will attach this way, horizontal, and then vertical. And I just go back and forth with the horizontal and vertical as I attach it to give it that extra fluff to make it look more faux and dimensional. And I only cut one roll of each color because this ring is so small, it doesn't really take a whole lot to fill it. So I will do a little white here. And then maybe a red. And then with this one, and I'm just holding it between my fingers. And I'm going to add the ribbon here as well. And I'm just going to position my ribbon the way how I want it to look. So as you can see, this side is pretty much, ooh, it just gave me an idea. I might have to do this one again too. Another fall one. I can see a turkey. That may be another one I try with the small deco wreaths. So let's see, we got the green and brown. And then take my zip ties. Yeah, I think this might make a nice turkey wreath as well. I'll probably try that this weekend and see how that turns out. And these zip ties that I'm using, they're fairly small. They are more of the smaller ones. I usually use the smaller ones for um, smaller crafts like this, and then the larger ones for if if I was doing a wreath with multicolors. I don't know if I said that or not. So feel free to ask any questions, any concerns you may have, any suggestions. I'm all open to them. And then with this one, I'll add another ribbon to this one. So you can decide how far apart your ribbons. So you can do every fourth one, every third, every other one. It just depends on how much ribbon that you want displayed in your wreath. I wish I could have find some more of that. Um, it was almost like a gold, a yellow gold color. It's the color of the gold that's in this one. They used to have the entire roll like this, but I hadn't seen it, so I don't think they had any more. But it would have been nice if I could have found that. Now, if I was using the roll method, that would work because the gold would actually show through at the top with the brown on one side and gold on the other side. Let's get another white. There's not a whole lot of white in here. Okay. So this is a fairly quick craft that doesn't take too long. Then I want to add a ribbon right here. some of the gold and not being in there anyway. So that still worked out. Brown. Use the rest of this brown. This is not a whole lot left. Perfect. Cut off that excess. I'm just going to keep adding. And I'm going to fold the entire ring on this one. So I'm not going to leave out any open spaces like I did with the scarecrow. I'm not going to have it too tight. Like I want to add the mesh rolls, the mesh tubings in. Red. Looks like I need some more red. And then I'm going to add a ribbon here as well too. Hey, Shauna. Hi, Mariah. some more white. And I think I'm going to add a ribbon right here as well. You just want to make sure your zip tie has everything attached. So right now I have about this much space left in between the two. So I think what I'm going to do, just fluff it up a little so you can kind of see how it looks so far. And I think for this last one, so this might be enough for maybe one or two more decimals to go in between. So I'm just going to use one of each of the colors that I have here. And then that way I still have all the color arrangements. So I'm going to put the white in between. And I'm going to do so I'm just have them at my fingers, and I didn't crisscross this one. I just have them all pressed against one another for now. Okay, so the red is the last one, and then all I'm gonna do is kind of like divide them in half. And then kind of like do my crisscross and spread them out a little. Now I want this yellow side to be on the outside of the wreath. So when I add my ribbon to this one, I'm going to make sure the ribbon is facing the same directions. Then I'm going to add my zip tie. Place it in the center. That pretty much filled in that space, and all I'm doing is just fluffing it out. All I'm doing is fluffing out the colors that I put together. Okay? So if you want, you can end it like this. Okay? If that's the way how you like it, you can end it like this. I think I want to add some of my tubing in. And I'm going to add them all at once. So I'm just going to line up my tubing together. Okay. So I'm going to add all of my tubing together. Make sure they're even. Okay. Then I'm just going to on the inner ring of my wreath is where I'm going to be attaching my tubings. So I'm going to start from the inside out. So I'm just going to attach the tubing here. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to zip tie it there. Zip, zip. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut off my excess zip tie and some of the tubing as well. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is go in a kind of like a horseshoe motion where I'm going to come in between my mesh, giving it a little slack because I don't want it to be too tight. I want it to be kind of loose. Okay. And then I'm just going to zip tie that to the outside ring. And then cut my excess. So see, it's on, if you can see, it's on the outside ring. So I'm going inside, outside, inside, outside, crisscross, like that. So again, I'm going to come across And you can decide how far apart you want your tubing to come. How far or how close you want it together is totally up to you. Okay. I'm just gonna zip tie it together. Okay, so there's two, one here and one here, and then I'm just gonna come back and I'm just doing a back and forth. And I'm just coming in between my mesh and adjusting. I'm kind of like eyeballing to see how, for the height, to make sure the heights are close to the seam. And this is one of the other reasons why I say not to make it too full. So that way it'll be easier for you to get in between the deco mesh to add the tubing. And again, the tubing is optional. It's totally up to you. I kind of like how the tubing is turning out. Okay. And then the last one. And I have not cut my tubing since I started. So this is one long tubing. I'm just attaching it as I go. And I will cut the last one, which would be this one. Would be the one that I will cut. And once I attach this one here, then I will cut my tubing as well as my excess zip tie. So now that I have my tubing and I have my mesh on, I'm just going to play with the ribbons. Tell Gerard like candy for in the morning. And tell him, yes, I'm going to put a candle in the middle. But I'm putting the candle in a vase. So he don't have to worry about it catching on fire. Because it will not catch on fire. So I'm just going back and repositioning my ribbon so that they are visible. Okay. And fluffing up my mesh where it may need to be fluffed from when I section them off to add the tubing. Now the last thing to do is just to add your vase in the center. And once you've added your vase in the center, you can look at it and see if everything is evenly proportioned. And I think I like the way how this one turned out. So there you have it. A simple table decor for Christmas or for Thanksgiving. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Like this video. I will also be posting this to my YouTube channel. Angel Diaper Cakes and Crafts. So all of the live videos that I have done thus far, you should be able to find those videos there. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I might come back on Saturday to do another one with the rest of the fall mesh that I have left over. Because I saw an idea while I was doing this one. And I'm going to try it out and see how it works. And I may do that one live. And I may try it first and then do it again live. Maybe Saturday. It all just depends. So let me know what you think. Tell Gerard go to bed. Let me know what you think. Any comments, concerns, questions. Just let me know. And thank you for joining me tonight. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one.